Lazy is not a bad word, y'all. It is not a dirty word. Being lazy is a marvelous thing. Being lazy means to do nothing in my book. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being still. Just being still. Because we already are living in a fast world. We've been living in a fast world with a lot going on. Technology is fast, but we're still humans. And we still need time for rest. We still need time for rejuvenation, re-energize ourselves. We don't operate like the Energizer Bunny. We don't just keep going and going and going. You know, the Energizer commercial with the bunny, normally it comes on at around Christmas time. But we're not battery operated. We're not robots. We need time to re-energize. And when I look up the dictionary version of what lazy is simply, it simply means encouraging inactivity. Do nothing. It just says disinclined to activity or exertion. That's what lazy is. So whenever you're just sitting around and you're not tied to anyone's schedule, you don't have anything on your to-do list, or you're not even obsessing with a to-do list, relax. And if you don't find it easy to relax, take some time to schedule times to do nothing, to just be, to just exist, even if it's just for a moment, because you need that time of refreshing. And there's a time for everything. And I know that time is a construct. Yes, it is. And we're living in a world where we do use time, unfortunately, and others do use time. But if you're not tied to anyone's schedule, if you're off schedule, use your time to just relax. Take a walk, or just sit on the couch and, yes, watch TV, because I love TV. I love TV. I love reading a good book. Oftentimes, I don't even need any sound. I could just hear, you may hear some geese in the background. You may hear some water going. But those are my times of relaxation. And right now, I am just sitting here with the cat. You may see the camera move every now and then. I'm trying to hold him to make sure he's not shaking anything. But we can learn a lot from cats. Because all day, Buddy just stretches. He stretches, he purrs, he sits by the windowsill. Yes, of course, he doesn't have any worries or strain because someone's taking care of him, good care of him. But the fact of the matter is, he's still. And we have to learn to just be still a lot of times, because we've got so many different priorities going on in our minds, and that never-ending to-do list, it'll never end. So it's important to be lazy. It is. And it's got a bad rap for a long time, because we are living in a society that constantly says, oh, you've got to constantly be productive. You've got to constantly be running here and doing this and doing that. Do we though? Do we? Now, I'm not saying that you don't get your priorities done. You don't get, meet deadlines and all of that stuff. But the times that it's a wrap, you have time. You have that moment. Use those moments of stillness. Use those moments of absolutely doing nothing. Value them. Value them. I know there have been times when I have felt totally guilty about doing absolutely nothing. It's like I should be doing something. How dare I just be sitting here binge watching all day long? How dare I'm just here dancing around to my favorite soundtrack or playlist? How dare me? How dare me just take a walk and stroll around an open park? Of course, naturally the parks are open, but or even an open mall that's just, it's not an indoor mall, but it's open. How dare I? Just no plans in place, just a time to do absolutely nothing. And I know you may be asking, what the heck does this have to do with decluttering? What does this have to do with that? Well, it has a lot to do with it. It's a total mindset shift. And I know we've probably heard that before. We've got to get it in our minds that, you know what? Clear the clutter from our minds, clear all the things that we're ruminating over and over again, and just take a breath. Take a breath, take a shower, take a bath. Do something, do anything that will keep you calm. Create space for yourself in your home, in your car, wherever it is that you find peace. And remember, peace is whatever you make it, wherever you roam and wherever you go. That's where you re-energize yourself. It starts from within. So we have to breathe, and we have to make sure that we are scheduling in our quality times to make sure that we're getting replenished. So it's important to know that you do not have to be doing anything in any part of the day. If you're not bound to someone else's time, you can do it. And I even say, even if it's something as what one activity that someone may deem minor, you may not. Like, for example, I schedule in time to file my nails or paint my nails. If someone says, hey, you want to do this or that, I'm sorry, I can't do that today, because on this day, Wednesday, this is my me time. This is my treat time to do my nails. So no, I can't do that. I have it timed for this time to do this. It's your time. It's your affair. It's your engagement. You have something scheduled. Schedule your own personal spa time. Schedule your own personal creative time. Schedule that in. Even when it comes to vacation, you can extend your vacation days. If there's a holiday that falls on a Monday or a Friday, most of the time it's Mondays, but take off on a Tuesday or take off on the Friday before. And I don't know why we think living for the weekends. I understand the why behind it, but it's like, take some time to refresh even in the middle of the week. It makes such a big difference to just take some time to just schedule in a do nothing time, or whatever it is that makes you feel refreshed and replenished. Take that time, because being lazy is important. Being lazy is important. Remember, we go back to that definition. Moving slowly. And I love to, when I look up the definitions, I love to also look up in the thesaurus what they mean. In the thesaurus, lazy is unconcerned. Unconcerned. You are not, whatever thoughts come into my mind, I just let them, I think on the thought that I'm thinking on, and then I let it pass. It takes practice to not always be working on something or feeling guilty. So I admonish you and I encourage you today to have a lazy day, even if you got to blow some bubbles. I have some bubbles in the trunk of my car, and I have a hula hoop that stays in my living room. Two hula hoops that I've had for a long time. Sometimes I just get up and I just hula hoop for the fun of it. Sometimes you got to get to the child that's within to just play, play. Because remember when we were children, how sure we would get bored, and sometimes being bored, that was a crime. It's like, oh, you can't be bored, read a book, do something. Well, a lot of times just daydreaming. Daydreaming. There's nothing wrong with staring out of space. That's a part of being lazy, unconcerned. And also, it's important to slow down. Often I would catch myself walking real fast. It's like, slow down. Slow down. I mean, especially within these past few years, I know I've gotten away from a lot of the hustle and bustle, and even in the event that others are hustling and bustling, I'm at an even pace. No. What are we in a hurry for? Even chewing food. Slow down. There was a saying out there to chew your food 32 times, chewing it well. I mean, I had to literally tell myself that and practice that. To just take time to chew my food, to enjoy it without doing anything else, because I do enjoy a good hard copy paperback book, because a lot of times, yes, I do Audible and Kindle and all of that, but there's nothing like the printed word. But I have to even curb that sometimes to say, no. Right now, I am not going to even read. I'm not going to listen to a podcast. I'm not going to be looking at YouTube. I'm not going to be doing anything else. But I am just going to eat well. I'm just going to chew my food well. I'm going to sit here and inhale and exhale. I'm going to soak up all the flavors. I'm going to enjoy the flavors. Come on, buddy. I'm going to soak up all the flavors. I want to enjoy my food well. Again, that's the importance of just living slowly, being unconcerned, having that shift in mindset to say, there's nothing wrong with me not multitasking, because it's been scientifically proven that multitasking, it don't work. It don't. So I hope that you take some time today. Start right now at this moment. Start in baby steps. I believe in doing baby steps. And don't try to do like everybody else does. But start with little things. Start with the little things. We've all got stuff to do. And don't keep ruminating over that to-do list. Don't rewrite it. Take some time to just breathe, just to exist for a moment, and practice it. Start out practicing it once a month or once a week, once a day. However you can ease it on into your schedule, do that. But put it in your schedule. And remember that lazy is not a dirty word. I thank you so much for tuning in. And please share in the comments how you practice being lazy. What do you do to just do nothing and just to relax? Share it with the community. Share it with everyone, okay? And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.